Okay, now it's time to do the first trimester questions that Mandy Everett came up with. Number 1, were you trying to conceive? Yes, we were trying. 2, how long did it take? It took 2 months. We were supposed to start trying a month sooner, but then Aiden got sick with gastro and was in the hospital for a night, and then I got sick with gastro twice in 1 week. It went away for 1 day and came back, so that was weird. And my cycle got all messed up because of it, and I had EWCM for 8 or 9 days straight, so it was really confusing. I didn't think it was going to ovulate, but I ended up ovulating on CD18, which we did BB on, but since the cycle was so messed up, I didn't really count that as trying to conceive. Although it would have been really nice if we had conceived that cycle, then we wouldn't have really had to try. First reaction when you got your big fat positive. At first, I didn't really think there was a second line there. I had started testing at 60 PO after my implantation dip, and I got my positive on 90 PO, and at first I didn't see a line, and so I dumped out my little cup of pee that I had kept just in case there was a line that showed up, and so I could dip another one to double check it, to make sure it wasn't an evap or a bad test, since internet cheapies, you never know. So then after I dumped the cup out, I went over just to re-examine by the window, and I was like, wait a minute, I think there's a second line here. So I held my pee for 3 or 4 hours, tested again, a line seemed to be coming up, so I quick dipped another test, and 2 lines on both of those ones, so I knew for sure that I was pregnant, so I was thrilled. My husband, the next question, sorry, what was your husband's reaction? It was the first test that he couldn't really see the second line hardly at all. He didn't believe that it was there. He was pretty much in denial. He had gone to his friend's house for a few hours after. It was a Quebec holiday, so we went to celebrate a bit with them. Anyways, I called him there and said, I just took 2 more tests, and they're both positive, so we are pregnant. He wasn't thrilled, to say the least. He was only trying to conceive because I wanted to. He would have been happy with just Aiden, so. But he isn't exactly the most excited about it now, but it's sunken in that the baby's going to be here in March, and that's all there is to it. He's going to love her. Anyways, so Aiden's just out. Who did you tell first? I called my dad as soon as I saw those lines, let him know. Ow, you're an idiot. Then Aiden woke up from his nap, so I went and told him, there's a baby in Mommy's belly, and in a really squeaky voice. It made him real excited. And I called my older sister and told her as a 1-day early birthday present. And then I told my mom, and then I announced it on Facebook, all in the same day. What do you think the gender is? It's a girl, 100% sure. All because of the old wives' tale with the needle and thread that I showed in my 4-week video. What does your husband think the gender is? I don't think he really has any feeling one way or the other. He kind of wanted a girl just so we could have one of each, but then he says that he doesn't think he really wants it to be a girl because he thinks he'll be too overprotective of her. Aiden, please stop. First thing you bought. A week after I found out I was pregnant, I went on Etsy and bought a bunch of bows and headbands for her. First thing someone else bought, my mom gave us a cute little onesie. Did I have any early pregnancy scares, or what was your early pregnancy scare? I didn't really have one. There was one day where I had this weird stabbing cramp for about 20 minutes straight, which kind of made me worry a bit, but it went away, and everything has been fine since. How did you feel when you saw your baby the first time on an ultrasound? I haven't seen my baby yet. I will only be having an ultrasound at 20 weeks, so I guess I will see her in October. I'm sure I will be really excited and cry just like I did with my son. What was your worst pregnancy symptoms? The nausea, it was horrible. I never threw up or anything, but just feeling sick 24/7 for like 4 weeks straight was horrible, especially having to deal with this monster. It was not easy. How did you know, if you knew, that you were pregnant? Mostly just because of the implantation dip I had at 5-DPO on my chart. Other than that, I mean, I had a few symptoms, but I also had those same symptoms 2 months or so before. Imaginary pregnancy symptoms. So, I don't know. Okay, please stop. So yeah, those questions are done. I guess I'll also answer the question that Haley asked. What was your guiltiest pregnancy moment? With this pregnancy, I haven't had any, honestly. With my son, I didn't realize the importance, I guess, of taking prenatals, and I didn't start taking them until I was about almost 2 months along. This time around, I started taking them, I think, 2 months before we started trying to conceive, so I had been taking them for 4 months before we did conceive, and before that I was taking a multivitamin. Stop. Yes, and I haven't missed one at all, so yay. Sorry he's so whiny. He got woken up from his nap by the phone ringing after only sleeping for about 20 minutes to half an hour, so that's lovely. I'm supposed to tag people, I guess. I guess I just tag anyone who is pregnant, who is watching, and who feels like doing it. So, yeah, I look forward to watching your videos.